In the end, confusion is stilled. The last uninterrupted stage of their journey has begun. The road to Mecca, the last 45 miles of the pilgrimage. So holy is Mecca that no unbeliever can hope to enter. Any interloper will be expected to embrace the true Muslim faith or face terrible consequences. Even commercial aircraft carrying Europeans are forbidden to overfly the city. As they arrive, barefooted and bareheaded, the ecstatic pilgrims know that there's a fixed ritual they must follow. The great mosque at Mecca, the actual physical center of the Islamic world. 5 times a day, 450 million Muslims throughout the world turn their heads towards this mosque and pray. Muslims believe that they share the one God revered by Christian and Jew as revealed in the Bible. They honor Abraham and the other prophets of the Old Testament. They recognize Christ as a greater prophet still, but do not accept his divinity. For them, even Muhammad himself was merely God's special messenger, who took down the deity's exact instructions in the Holy Quran.
والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا
After the great call to prayer, the vast throng of the faithful circled the Kaaba, the spot where Islam was first celebrated by Muhammad on the site of a shrine built by the prophet Abraham and his son Ishmael, in legend the father of the Arabs. 7 times they circled the Kaaba, carrying the aged and the infirm on litters above the heads of the crowd or on the shoulders of their friends. Should any man lose his footing or fall, he risks being trampled underfoot. Those that take this pilgrimage are absorbing an experience that lies at the heart of Arab consciousness. Islam is not simply a religion. It represents a code for living in which the finest details of conduct are laid down. The devout can and do live and die by Holy Writ, as the Quran requires total sobriety in conduct and habit. In the Arab world, even laying down details of taxation, justice, and inheritance. Above all, Islam preaches the importance of the family as the basis of society. But into this certainty, the 20th century has injected shattering forces of change. There is the force of new ideologies. In Syria, the militant girls of the Fatuha are on parade. While oil, by the very pressure of the wealth it generates, has shattered the way of life of the desert kingdoms it enriched. With the rejection of the passive acceptance of Islam, the sounds of great new projects echo around the Arab world. The great rivers of antiquity have been pent up and harnessed, the Nile and the Euphrates, releasing millions from their fatalistic dependence on drought and flood. In Arab cities, Western architecture thrusts up incongruously. In the traditional context of the Arab world, can such powerful and conflicting forces be contained? 400 miles to the north, the new, westernized Arab world manifests itself at its most naked. This is the Lebanon, an Arab country half the size of Wales with a population of 3 million people. It lies to the north of the Arab world, bordering Syria and Israel. The Lebanon has felt longer than any other Arab state the full force of wealth and westernization. Beirut, its capital, looks superficially as western as the cities which face it from the northern shores of the Mediterranean. One feels at first only on the fringes of the Arab world. But most of the business generated by the oil wealth has been conducted here for 30 years. Banks have their headquarters, telexes and telephones work smoothly to London and New York, Zurich and Dusseldorf. Away from the glitter and plate glass lies another traditionally Arab city. A warren of narrow alleys and covered markets go to make up the souks. One could be in Cairo, Baghdad or Fez. This is the poorer face of the city, geared to the needs of a population who exist often on the very edge of subsistence. Cheap food is on sale, offal and dried fish. There are stalls of second-hand clothes, rejects and shoddy. It is part of the Arab paradox that underpopulated nations, embarrassed by surplus wealth, border countries hamstrung by poverty. In Beirut, these contrasts are felt in adjacent streets. There are 300,000 Palestinian refugees in the Lebanon who cannot return. 60% of these still live in camps. 12 of the camps are in or on the fringes of the city of Beirut. The camps are administered by the Palestinians themselves. They have their own police, militia, schools and hospitals. The cause of Palestine is kept alive in the minds of the young children. In a secret location, the Ashmal, the young lions, boys between the ages of 8 and 12, are trained to become commandos. The parents or grandparents of these boys may once have been feudal landlords or simple laborers. But the common experience of exile has drawn together a new generation and made of many of them a united, radical and secular force, a challenge not only to their enemies, but to the whole order and tradition of the Arab world.